By the way, we already seen one person on the YSL case who took a plea. They already got caught up and getting sent back to prison. So, man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
Now, ever since Young Thug was announced to be getting out, I see a lot of people online who are disgusted about this 15 years of probation that Young Thug has to serve. Now, I keep telling y'all, the 15 years of probation seems like it doesn't have anything to do with drug testing. Because we saw the probation stipulations, we saw nothing about random drug testing. So to me, essentially all he has to do is stay away from gang members and do a bunch of charity and he'll be okay. But for 15 years, that is a long time. Now we got Akademiks explaining why this might be a trap or a setup for Young Thug to go right back to jail. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
Here's my personal opinion on everything with the Thug thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Thug got a tremendous deal. Like, we could have never expected something like this to happen. However, it's kind of a trick, right? By the way, we already seen one person on the YSL case who took a plea. They already got caught up and getting sent back to prison. So the possibility of you taking 15 with all these stipulations is kind of to set you up, but it's probably nothing that is gonna ever equate freedom. So Young Thug right now being free, that's the biggest thing. I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. You know what I mean? Listen, we were here last night with Rod. Shout out to Rod Wave, shout out to his whole team. His team is like great. They talked about it, shout out to Youngboy, because you know they fuck with Youngboy. They're like, yo, listen, they were talking about when Youngboy did like his last big show. I think he was on some probation or some type of like stipulation release where it said he can't be around gang members. You know how you had to get around it? Essentially, a cop had to escort that nigga escort him from outside the arena to the stage and out. You know what I mean? Because, come on, you know these niggas. You really think that Thug gonna have a goddamn concert, no gang members gonna be there. So they gotta do all type of things to try to make precaution. We'll see what happened to 6ix9ine. I know a lot of people don't like him, but shit, when they give you these like stipulations, you gotta live up to it. You gotta live up to it. 15 years. They backloaded 20 years in prison, which means this is almost a setup for the Meek Mill situation that everybody knows so much. All right, you take the probation, and then, yeah, they're gonna be like, you failed your piss test 4 times. You go? You failed your piss test 4 times. Oh, okay, you didn't report your travel this one time. Oh, okay, you was on live or somebody else around your crew went live, and then you with this guy, and that nigga was a co-defendant or something like that. So they gonna try to get you. So, you know, obviously that's why Thug wasn't trying to take that shit. That nigga just wanted to beat the shit, but them prosecutors was kind of like, but they're rookies, bro. And this is what I'm gonna say. I am glad he took it. Hey, the Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or gang members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is gang activity. Well, that nigga's always gonna talk about him and his niggas doing his thing. They might consider that gang activity. He might be like, yo, me and my niggas, like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh, no, you talking about the gang. So, you know, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain. You can see my niggas was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody know Thug was not that weight. So we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how this shit's going to play out. So I looked at that and I'm like, I'm glad he's out, but let's see how it's going to play out. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of other people out on those cases or those type of pleas as well. I think the judge was hella fair. I think the judge was in their favor. The judge kind of made their whole thing. The judge put their whole thing out there already. These prosecutors is rookies. And this is why I was saying there's a fan page of Thug, like, oh, Ak, you said this. Bruh, please, I don't, like, you know, a fan gonna be a fan, but I don't want nobody to think that you about to go against the federal government or even the state government and think you about to spank them on some, oh, you think they're gonna be on some rookie shit like that. Bro, they fucked up the case 45 times. It should have been a mistrial. Even if he got convicted, he was gonna get off on appeal. 100% no way, no how The feds don't move like that. Look how the whole Memphis case moved with the dudes who killed off. Don't move like that.
So look, when Akademiks explain it like that, yeah, it do sound difficult. But number one, when Akademiks is explaining all of these situations with 6ix9ine and NBA YoungBoy, all of these other rappers who had strict probation situations, Young Thug should be able to learn from them, right? His probation is stay away from co-defendants, do concerts for charity, and that's pretty much it. There's no verbiage about drug testing. And look, even if he has to do random drug testing, look, I know it'll be difficult, but he been locked up for so long, he ain't been doing no drugs anyway, so that should be easy now too. That's why he gained the weight. All he got to do is stay away from people. But he can travel, he got passports, he can leave the country. How hard is this really? And I get it. I know when you from the streets, it's hard to stay out of the streets. We can go into that conversation about rappers going back to the hood and getting into a bunch of bullshit. But remember, this situation had to do with the niggas he was hanging around. This didn't have to do with Young Thug. He wasn't going back to the hood doing hand-to-hand transactions. If, allegedly, he was commanding people to do hits and whatnot, I think he was doing that from the comfort of his multi-million-dollar home. Okay? And if you saw Young Thug in your hood, let me know in the comments if Young Thug was coming to your hood every day. I don't think that's what was going on. All he needs to do is create a barrier between him and them co-defendants, and he'll be straight. Yeah, when he throws concerts, it'll be gang members there. As long as they not a part of YSL, or if they not known in them documents or in that paperwork to be a part of YSL, he'll be straight. When it comes to the music, I said all he got to do is make music about lifestyle. What's his biggest song? Live this here lifestyle. Just make a whole bunch of songs like that. Even in his last album, what was that last album he put out? That was a bunch of lifestyle music. But that album was a bunch of turn-up music. People don't listen to Young Thug for street music. People don't listen to Young Thug to hear him talk like Lil Baby. I said that multiple times. People listen to Young Thug for the vibes. Young Thug, to me, didn't he used to have that song about weed? He always been a type of artist you listen to when you kind of blow a couple blunts. You know what I mean? You riding in the car. That's Young Thug. And I'm just trying to waste time so I can figure out what the name of this damn album is because my internet is acting stupid on my desktop. Not So Much Fun. It was the one with the faces, Punk. This album, Punk, that came out in 2021, that was a bunch of turn-up music. This album right here, that was nothing but turn-up music, bro. Just keep doing that for the next 15 years or whenever you get off of this probation. Now, another question is, can he get off early if he shows that he's being, good with the probation? Let's say after 7 years, 10 years, can he get some of the time shaved off? I don't think so, because remember, this whole probation thing he's under right now is based off of Young Thug being hit with 40 years. So instead of doing 40 years, he's going to do 15 years of probation. And to me, that's still a good deal, especially when you don't have to go to jail. The probation seems to not have anything to do with drugs. All you got to do is stay away from criminals and guns, and he'll be straight. Maybe that's just me. Y'all let me know. Am I crazy? Am I making it sound too easy? Let me know. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.